Hi all, it's Casey with Resells. Welcome back or welcome to another What Sold. I really appreciate you guys joining me today. Today we are going through sales that happened yesterday, Monday, October 3rd. I had 9 more sales when we left off. And this morning, Tuesday, November 4th, it is only 8 a.m. I have 2 sales solidified and 1 pending today. So just waiting for that 1 sale to go through on eBay. I did have another sale, and then I did have another to my aunt, but I still wanted to show you guys it, even though I did deeply discount it on my Poshmark. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm sorry I didn't really introduce myself. My name is Casey. I am a full-time reseller on apps like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. If you do hear any dogs barking in the background, I do apologize. My dogs are outside and sometimes we can hear them in the background. So without further ado, let's get started. The next sale I had yesterday is this beautiful Eileen Fisher. It is just a basic black tank, but I love picking up capsule pieces from this brand. It looks like it does have, a little marking on it, so I will have to get that out, but I will go ahead and do that a little bit later. I won't bore you guys. I had this listed on eBay for $19.99 plus $5 shipping, and a buyer offered me $12 plus $5 shipping, which I did accept. It cost me $4.88 to ship. My fees to eBay were $2.71. I did get that at a $2.99 Salvation Army sale. That is also why I picked it up, because it was very reasonably priced, and my profit was $9.41. I do apologize also. I have a lot of floaties going around lately, and it is because I need to clean my office, and also because I am selling a lot of coats and they have, the faux fur and whatnot, so it does kind of trickle around my office. I do apologize in advance. The next item I sold, I have really good luck selling their shoes, so I figured I'd pick this up for $3.99 to see how it would sell. It is this regular black sports bra by On Cloud. There is the little symbol there. It does not have a size tag, so I did have to include measurements in the listing, but it did still sell, which is awesome. I had this listed on eBay for $19.99 plus $5 shipping, and a buyer offered me $17 plus $5 shipping, which I thought was extremely reasonable, and I did accept. It cost me $5.37 to ship. My fees to eBay were $3.42, which left me with a total profit of $13.21. Definitely happy that I picked that up, and at the right price, I would definitely pick it up again. Now, I did have this little pair of boots sell. They are by Tundra, and I got these at a Salvation Army a while ago, and how I do kids items in my inventory is they are all listed at a dollar cost of goods. So I had these listed on eBay for $19.99 plus $7 ship. I had a few watchers, so I sent out 22% off offers to watchers, and one of the watchers did accept. They ended up paying $15.58 plus $7 ship. It cost me $11.85 to ship. This item is going to Georgia, and I'm in California, so the shipping is a little heavy. They are a little over a pound. My fees to eBay were $3.27, and I turned $1 into $7.46. These were actually on their way to go to Once Upon a Child, so I'm very happy that they sold, and I made a little bit more than Once Upon a Child would have given me. Now, the next item to sell is this lot of 2 Skintimate razors. These are a part of my couponing, and I've had these forever. And I'm totally fine with that because I have to use razors myself, so if they don't sell, I could just take them down and use them when I need them. but I had these listed on eBay for $14.99 plus free ship, and a buyer strangely offered me $11.92 plus free ship, and I decided to take it. So it cost me $6.37 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were $1.53. My fees to eBay were $2.02, and that left me with exactly a profit of $2, which is crazy. I have $1 into each of them, so $2 total. I made my $2 back. Very happy with that, and it goes right back into my couponing fund. Before we go any further in this video, I do want to shout out Kimmy over on Mama on a Mission. I am wearing this amazing panda shirt that I got from her from Mountain Life on her Whatnot show. It is a large. It is a little form-fitting, which my husband loves, but I like my stuff a little oversized. I thought it was totally fine to wear today. I'm just going to be running errands, cleaning house, doing this video, etc. So I really love it. Thank you so much. I'm sure if you're following my videos or my channel, you know exactly who I'm talking about. If not, go ahead and follow her. Her YouTube channel is Mama on a Mission. Now, let's get into the next sale. The next sale I got at a half off Salvation Army sale, which is incredible. It is this Ann Taylor, and the only reason why I picked this up is because it's such a cute style and it was new at tags. So it is this beautiful like cobalt blue ruffle neck trim long sleeve sweater. Just gorgeous for the holidays. I have had this for over a year, so I definitely took it down. I had great stock photos, but I did insert new keywords into the listing. So I had it listed on eBay for $29.99 plus $10 ship. A buyer offered me $20 plus $10 ship, which I quickly accepted because I wanted out of my inventory. Cost me $9.31 to ship. My fees to eBay were $4.48. I paid about $4 to $5 for this item, so I turned that into $16.21. Very happy. The next item comes out of my own personal closet. It is this pair of Nike Vapor Knit tennis shoes, and I actually thrifted these. They are in fantastic condition. I thrifted those for myself for about anywhere from $10 to $20 maybe. And what I discovered is that I just didn't really like them for me. And I have so many tennis shoes. I play tennis regularly, so I try to find the perfect fit for comfort on the court. And I decided these weren't it, so I went ahead and listed them. I had them listed at $79.99 plus free ship on Mercari. I do all of my Mercari sales free ship. I use Pirate Ship to create the label. And I had a buyer offer me $55 plus free ship. And because that is an item that I bought originally for myself, I decided to take that offer. My fees on Mercari in general are very low. So those fees were $5.50. It cost me $11.71 to ship. And I did actually make a profit on these, and my profit was $37.79. Very happy to get rid of those. They're taking space in my shoe collection, and it just makes room for even more shoes for me to buy. For those of you following along my videos, you know that I need not buy any more shoes because my mother-in-law just gave me, I want to say, up to 20 pairs. So definitely don't need any, but I am always looking at shoes for some reason. They are my favorite piece of my wardrobe to find and buy. So just a little fun fact about me. Now, the next item is this REI men's, it's called the Safari shirt, I think, and it is just in this really nice sand color. And it's just a great outdoors button up. And every time I see these, I buy them because I know that I can sell them. And I believe I purchased that one at the bins, so I have about $2 into it. I put it on eBay for $24.99 plus $5 ship, and I had a buyer offer me $17 plus $5 ship, which I did accept. It cost me $6.37 to ship. My fees to eBay were $3.31, which left me with a total profit of $12.32. Very happy to make a profit of $10 from anything from the bin. So the next item is Tea by Talbots. I think this is their athletic line. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. Tea by Talbots. And I did want to go ahead and purchase this because I just love the look of it. It's very coastal, beachy vibes, and I simply loved it, even though it was a smaller size, and when I got it home, I saw the comps and they weren't that great. So I went ahead and priced competitively at $19.99 plus $5 ship. I had a buyer offer me $11 plus $5 ship, which I did accept. It cost me $6.59 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were 87 cents. My fees to eBay were $2.62, which left me with a total profit of $5.92. I just barely broke even on this piece. Definitely would not recommend picking it up without looking at comps first. And Tea by Talbots generally does better in the bigger sizes, so definitely keep that in mind. Now, the first item to sell to a buyer that I don't know on eBay this morning is this Free People. It is this beautiful cardigan. I absolutely love it. It has a string there that I'll have to get out, but just beautiful, open front, very beachy, very fall. You can just wear this whenever. Great transitional piece. And I actually took a chance on that. I picked it up at Savers for about $8. I had it listed on eBay for $24.94 plus $7 ship, and a buyer came in and just paid full price, which we love. It cost me $6.47 to ship. My fees to eBay were $4.69, and I made a total profit of $20.78, which I am very happy with because Free People is not moving for me right now. So I am very happy to move it and to make a little pretty penny. I have my sales mixed up. That was the last item to sell late last night while I was sleeping. So this is the item that sold today, also coming out of my own closet. It is this really cool pair of UGG slip-ons. I just love these so much. They have this really cool lime green sling back to them, and I bought these thinking that I was going to wear them. I've had these for 2 years, and they've just been sitting in my closet in a box, totally pristine, unworn, and I cannot believe that. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm never going to wear these. So I threw them up on eBay, and I had them at $49.99 plus $10 ship. A buyer offered me $39 plus $10 ship, which I happily accepted. Cost me $6.73 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were $2.64. My fees to eBay were $7.11, and I turned an item I've had in my closet for 2 years that I've never worn, never used, never even looked at until now, into a profit of $32.52. So that just goes to show that you can definitely shop your house. You do not have to start reselling by going to thrift stores, going to yard sales, actually spending money. You can take things out of your own home and sell them online, which is the beauty of reselling. Okay, now to get off my high horse, we're going to go into the bundle that my aunt put together. And what I do for my family is they can look on my Poshmark, they can look on my eBay. Usually Poshmark is a little bit more user-friendly. So my aunt will go on my Poshmark, she will go through a list of items, she'll screenshot the items that she would like me to pull. She lives in a city next to me, so it's really not that far a drive for me, and I'm over there all the time because my dad does my photography and I have to pick up some items from him, so it kind of works out. And I will drop off the items to her. She can try them on, see what she likes, and then after she's done, she will like the items in my Poshmark closet that she wants to keep. I will bundle them and I send a very aggressive offer. I'm basically just trying to recoup my cost of goods. I'm not really trying to make anything. So we are going to go through, now that you know my process, we're going to go through the 4 items that she liked that she wanted to purchase for herself. Okay, so I scoot over a little bit. I'm going to put screenshots right up here, and I do have my phone with me so I can read exactly what she purchased, and I will be looking down for some of it. So the first item that she bundled is this vintage St. John ivory novelty stamp print blouse, and I put top travel old money size medium. So she actually purchased this for a friend, which is so awesome. It is so very cute. I picked this up at a Savers, I want to say for about $8, so that was a great pickup. And the funny part is I actually, once she started liking these things and bundling them, I had more interest in them. So it just goes to show, maybe have a family member go through your closet and start liking things and bundling things just for fun. Maybe it'll sell. I'm not sure what the whole deal was, but I actually had to rush her to put everything she wanted into a bundle because people were wanting to buy it. I had an offer on that. So I wasn't like freaking out, but I was trying to make sure that she was able to purchase it. Now this next item is this vintage pea green wool mohair knit lined beaded sweater top, retro Hollywood, in a size small/medium. And this was made for, I believe it was like the Broadway collection of Los Angeles. And I found this at the Goodwill Los Angeles bins. I only paid $2 for it. So it was just so beautiful, so fun, very retro, and I'm very happy that she loved that piece for herself. Another item she bundled is this Vertigo black and pink rhinestone floral cow neck long sleeve silk blend in a size extra large. And it's funny because this is an extra large and she is actually a small to a medium, and it was one of those extra larges that is very form-fitting. So she loved it but wasn't sure it was going to work out, and she said she put it on and it fit like a glove, and it is just such a beautiful piece. I don't think that the photos do it justice. So very happy that worked for her. And then the last piece I actually got, or this Vertigo piece I bought, I want to say for $8 at Savers. Now going into the last piece, finally, it is this Anthropologie multicolor striped Pharaoh poncho, comfy oversized quarter zip, and it was all sizes. And I simply love this. I actually got this in a closet clean out on Poshmark, and I had about $10 to $12 into it. And like I said, I really don't intentionalize getting profit on anything I sell to my family. It just doesn't make sense to me. And the reason why I had her buy it on Poshmark is so it boosts me in the algorithm. So I will go ahead and just send her a envelope that has nothing in it because she already has the items, and she will mark it as delivered, and it'll kind of boost me in the algorithm. Which I only do that right now because, like I said, it helps my store in the long run. Usually what I would do before that is I would just, take all the items down and delist them everywhere. But I really find that I need to help my business more, and that is how I see myself doing that. Definitely let me know your thoughts about that in the comments, because I am really curious to see how you guys handle your friends and family wanting to purchase things in your stores. So this bundle was priced at $36.76, $112, about $150, and I sent a offer of $40 plus discounted shipping. So as you can tell, extremely aggressive pricing. And with the shipping discount, with the Poshmark fees, I made $30.50. And I have about 28. I have about $30 into everything. So I exactly broke even, and that's what I want to do. So I know that might be very controversial to all of you of how I have people or my family and friends buy from me in my Poshmark closet, and how I just want to make enough money to break even, but it works best for me in my business, and it may not work for you in your business, but to me, it doesn't make sense of making money off of my family and friends. So just let me know what you think. Hopefully I will be back tomorrow. If not, I will be back the next day to show you what all else sells this week. Hi all, welcome back. It is now Wednesday, November 5th. It's about 8 in the morning, and I've had one sale today. And when we left off yesterday, I had 6 more sales. So I want to go through those with you. I do have a lot to do today, reason why I am filming so early and showing you what sold, because I need to get these packaged up and brought to the post office. I have a pickup at the post office. I have Walgreens. I definitely have some spring cleaning in my office today, and I have tennis later. So very packed day, and I am hopeful to get through this pretty quickly. So let's start with this first sale when we left off yesterday. It is by COS, C-O-S. This is an elevated line. I want to say they are a sister brand to H&M. I am not sure. Correct me in the comments. But they do a lot of elevated basics, and this is like a boxy white top. It is a size medium, so you know it is meant to be oversized. I mean, I could even fit that. And when I saw it, I knew I had to get it because it is such a cool piece. It's very artsy, chic, I want to say old money-esque. So I picked that up at a Savers for $8 down the street from me, and I priced it on eBay for $34.99 plus $7 ship. I did have a few watchers on it, and I sent out my usual 22% off offers to watchers, and a watcher did accept. That left them to pay $27.21 plus $7 ship. It cost me $6.47 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were $2.19. My fees to eBay were $5.03, which left me with the total profit of $20.52. Very happy because I've had that for almost a year and a lot of interest, and no one actually bit the bullet and bought it until now. So very happy that they are going to be able to enjoy that piece. This next item sold just in time for the holidays. It is so very cute. It is by the brand Tried and True Freed People. We love it, and it is this green embroidered eyelet detail tiered dress. I absolutely love it, and I have had this for, I want to say, about 8 months. I bought it in a closet clean out on Poshmark. Another reseller was cleaning out a lot of old inventory in her closet, and I got it for about $10 to $12. I did have this priced on eBay for $49.99 plus $7 ship. I had watchers on it, so I sent out a 22% off offer to watchers, and one of the watchers did accept. They paid $38.08 plus $7 ship. It cost me $7.45 to ship. My fees to eBay were $6.13, and I turned that $10 to $12 into $31.50. Very happy that my Free People is slowly moving out of my closet, because now I am tending to only pick up the more substantial pieces from Free People. The next item is this awesome Life is Good. It's like this Sherpa lined quilted blanket. I absolutely love this. So when I coupon at CVS, usually at the end of a season, they will clearance everything out. Last year is when they deeply discounted everything. This year they're holding back and unfortunately not doing that anymore. So I got that for about $10. I had it priced on eBay for $41.99 plus $10 ship. It cost me $10.08 to ship. My fees to eBay were $7.55, and I turned that $10 into $34.36. And I did buy 3 others. So 3 of the 4 are now paid for, and the rest is going to be profit. I am very ecstatic that it's sold for full price. $52 for a blanket is a lot in my opinion, especially when I can go down to Home Goods and get one for $10 to $20. But I'm very happy nonetheless that that's sold, and it's sold within 2 to 3 days of listing. Very, very thrilled with that. The next item is the cutest little LL Bean. There's the logo. Little pom-pom beanie, perfect for the winter. I actually bought this at a bins trip, I want to say like a few years ago, and I've had it in my inventory forever, and I finally got around to listing it. I listed it at $14.99 plus $5 ship on eBay, and I was offered $10 plus $5 ship, which I did accept. I probably only paid 50 cents to $1 for this. And all of my kids, that brings me to a great point. All of my kids' items in my inventory I mark as $1, so that's perfect. It cost me $5.15 to ship. My fees to eBay were $2.31, and I turned $1 into $7.54. And I only had that listed a little under a month, which is absolutely fantastic. Definitely get your money pile listed. The next item I haven't pulled yet, but I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here. It sold late last night, and this morning I did not go into my inventory to pull anything. But it is this pair of Quince, like really nice blue straight leg pants. I asked ChatGPT to create a stock photo, and I really think that's what sold these pair of pants. I had them listed on Poshmark for $25, and I received an offer last night of $19, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $3.80, and I only paid about $8 for these, so I a little under than doubled my money. My profit was $15.20, but I'm very happy to move them along. Quince is definitely a brand that does not sit long in my closet or my store. I believe I only have one more piece left, and it's very basic, so it might take a while to sell. Now, the last item we had sell late last night again are these set of 3. They are these Crest Radiant White toothpaste. Toothpaste is a tried and true in my eBay store. I get them for free couponing, so I have a zero cost of goods into them. I had them listed on eBay for $11.99 plus free ship, and a buyer came in and paid full price. It cost me $6.37 to ship. I did have this item promoted, so those fees were 65 cents, and my fees to eBay were $2.06, which left me with a total profit of $2.91, and that will go straight back into my couponing fund. Now, my solo sale today is also a couponing item. It is this lot of 3 baby lips, and I always get these for free also. I know CVS puts these really obnoxious sensors on them, but unfortunately we have a lot of theft at our local CVS, which is kind of odd, so they have to put the sensors on, which is completely fine. I picture those with the sensors on so my customer knows what they're getting. I never use a stock photo for those. So I had those listed on eBay for $14.99 plus free shipping, and a buyer came in and paid full price. It cost me $5.15 to ship. I did have that promoted, so those fees were 79 cents, and my fees to eBay were $2.42, and I turned a free to me item into $6.63. So, like I said earlier, I have a very busy day ahead of me. I'm going to go ahead and package these off camera and drop them off at the post office. I hope that you guys enjoy all of my what solds. I try to be very consistent with these because I know as a reseller myself, I love watching YouTubers who show me what they're selling because it helps me in my business. Anyways, I hope you guys are having happy thrifting, happy sales, and until next time, my friends, bye.